Hello, welcome to the episode of Invest 10 Minutes Daily to Learn with Priya India. I'm your host and curator, Priya Sengupta, Priya Sengupta in Bangla. I know many of you are very young individuals. You are in professional courses. Some of you are in traditional courses. Also, some of you are already working, but you aspire to grow up the ladder and you aspire to have bigger responsibilities. So I know that most of you are either students preparing to enter the job market, or you are professionals, budding professionals, or professionals who are growing and aspire to be upwardly mobile. Now, that's precisely why you have joined me on Invest 10 Minutes Daily to Learn with Priya India, and I'm happy to be there with you. Are young Indians, are they ready to handle the challenges of the gig economy? They teach at professional courses, engineering and MBA courses in different prestigious institutions. Also, I am very much abreast of the changes which are happening in the Indian schooling system. So we have different Indian schooling systems. I keep myself aware of that. Now, what's happening in our schools, in our traditional courses in college and university, and also our professional course is this, that at best, with the best of the institutions, at best what's happening is that they are producing very obedient and technically savvy individuals. So that's at the very best. So obedient, technically savvy individuals who have the mindset and the grooming to become permanent employees. Now, they are obedient, okay, good. But there is limited goodness because since the market is so very dynamic, uh, the rules have to be formed again and again, and one has to innovate. One has to think out of the box in order to operate on their day-to-day jobs, let alone get into newer things or doing new projects, etc. So the requirement is more of reinventing, of innovating, rather than being obedient and just following the book of rules. Because by the time the book of rules, I'm using this figuratively, gets written, those rules are already outdated. So obedience has its place, but too much of it is not what is required in the job place today. It's more of dynamism. It's more of being able to think out of the box and to be able to innovate and reinvent and find a hack around the situation that one faces. So that's what is the requirement. The second part, technically savvy. Yes, the best of the institutions do churn out technically savvy individuals. But again, the pass outs need to remember that the books that they have read are already a few years old, because by the time the book gets written and published and is taught and you get your degree, it's already a few years old. And so therefore you need to upgrade your knowledge as soon as you are on the job. And in fact, even before you get to the job, you need to keep on upgrading your technical skills also, and read up on the area which is your domain. So you, in order to be a domain expert, a subject matter expert, you need to constantly be aware of the changes which are happening in that particular area. Okay. Now the third part is the scary part. That is, the young people, they are coming with a mindset of I want to become a permanent employee, and they are being groomed also to become permanent employees. Only the issue is that so many permanent employees are not going to be required or not going to be hired. Even if they are required, they're not going to be hired across the organizations, because the organizations want to stay lean and they don't want to take up the risk of a huge salary bill. They want to play as per what the market provides them, as per the projects which come in. They want to hire employees, hire their teams as per those project requirements when they are required. Very few organizations want to retain reserve staff waiting for projects to come in, and repeated projects of the same type are becoming less and less frequent. So it's every project has to be customized. It has to be tailored according to the industry that is to be serviced, or according to the particular requirement of the project that is to be done. So the permanent employee mindset has limited play in the coming days, and already we are seeing that many of the positions are becoming contractual, or many of the positions much of the work is being outsourced to the gig economy, and therefore we need to understand that this permanent employee mindset has to be changed, because that is the permanent employment, lifelong employment, that is throughout your professional life, one professional life, one job that happened in your grandfather's time, at best your parents' time, but not in today's time, because that same skill is not going to be relevant throughout your professional career. Now, within a matter of a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, the skill becomes obsolete. Some new skill is required. I'm talking about technical skills. And therefore, having lifelong employment with your degree from college or your degree from university is not going to be how it is going to play out, and constant learning and constant upgradation of skills is what is going to be. So those of you who have met me or heard me in different forums, etc., or followed my other YouTube videos, you know that I am I am into my fourth career. So not fourth job, fourth career. And I've had 3 successful careers already. And I also intend to go for a 5th one, and which is in the planning phase, and I'm on the drawing board with that. I like to do the shifts. I like to be ahead of the curve. I like to enjoy the wave, etc. So not that everybody would like to choose to do that, but still, just one particular skill set with which you will ride, a technical skill set with which you will ride your professional career is becoming rarer and rarer and rarer. Okay, now. So the time I was an employee, that was 10 years back, well, I worked with 7 organizations, and each of them were very different organizations in their structure, in the industry, in the kind of constitution of the organization. So all the 7 were very, very different. Well, I wanted to design my career in that way so that I have a broader spectrum with respect to industry, because I had planned that at some point in time I'm going to get out of the employee mode and I'm going to experiment on my own, have my own organization, experiment on my own, etc. So I wanted a diverse kind of experience. I also wanted a diverse kind of experience on the hierarchical levels. I wanted a diverse experience in terms of a company structure, industry, etc. So, but even if one does not go through so much of experimentation and so much of changes, some amount of changes are definitely going to happen. So one job, one professional career will not happen any further. A career like just banking, and you want to do with that for the rest of your life, again, might not happen. You may need to have a second career or a third career, and one needs to have that capability to seamlessly move from one to the other to the other. So multiple organizations, multiple industries, multiple types of organizations, multiple careers are going to be the norm in the coming days, or are already the norm today. So a great amount of flexibility is required, and this is perhaps the orientation is not being provided in our schooling system or in our higher educational system. We are trying to become all specialists, but we need to understand, yes, we need to be specialists, but then we also need to have the learnability to move from one specialty to the other very seamlessly. And we need to also have the flexibility to work in multidisciplinary teams where people from different specialties are going to be equal partners in the projects. I started working in very, very diverse multidisciplinary teams very early in my professional work, and I'm really, really blessed that those things happened to me in my professional work, and it prepared me for working with multiple collaborators, prepared me for working with multiple industries, etc. So join me back on the next episode of Invest 10 Minutes Daily to learn with Priya India. I will upload another video, which will be a 10-minute or maybe a little longer interactive learning module on YouTube by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So do tune in to Invest 10 Minutes Daily to learn with Priya India. And there is a playlist at the end of this video. So in fact, two playlists. One is the playlist Invest 10 Minutes Daily to learn with Priya India. There's another playlist, Corona Perspectives, that is a 21 video series that I am making in honor of the 21 days of lockdown in India for Corona COVID-19. These are not on COVID-19. These are on how you could use these 21 days of lockdown very effectively. So that is the series on Corona Perspectives. So two playlists are there. You are most welcome to go through those playlists. And so we'll meet tomorrow with a new learning module, which I'll upload before 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Do tune in. And till then, be positive, be constructive, be happy with Priya India. And don't forget, if you've not already done, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and it was great talking to you. Bye-bye.